Hello everyone, welcome to Wrestling with Evil. My name is Luke, and I'm going to be, this is the part of the channel where I do tier lists. Now, I told you guys last week that I was going to be doing a Tekken character tier list, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So yeah, needless to say, I fucking love this game. You guys know I went through this whole series on the channel. It's an amazing series, and I'm going to talk about the characters that I like and the characters that I don't like so much. Instead of having it S tier, A tier, whatever, Tekken God is the best tier. And then right below it is great, right below that average, below average, and then crappy. Because there are some crappy characters that I'm going to go over today. So yeah, Tekken has a long history and a long line of characters that are just there. And so yeah, I'm going to talk about them, what game they debuted in, and a little, and just tell you guys whether I like them or not. Also, I'm gonna maybe talk about some like story beats or whatever in the game too, because that's important to a character and whatever. So yeah, kick back, relax, enjoy, and hopefully you guys agree. And if not, definitely leave it down in the comments below. I will certainly get to them, and let me know what your favorite Tekken character is. Also, the last tier list, let me know what your favorite Tekken game is. So yeah, let me start by saying, if any of you are new to the channel and you want to, help the channel, or, just help support the channel in general, liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends, definitely a great way to do that. If you want to support me, the creator of this channel, all I got to do is go into my description below. It has all of my the links to my social media and the link to my merch shop as well. You guys can get this We Are Wrestling with Evil t-shirt, among others, and stickers, blankets, whatever, with the We Are Wrestling with Evil logo on it for a great price. So yes, tier list. So let's start this tier list. So the first and it was weird when I actually when I first was looking in at Tier Maker. I saw a couple of tier lists that I thought were good, but this one has like extra characters that don't even really matter that much. So I figured, you know what, they're cool characters still, like they're part of the Tekken universe, may as well use this one instead. There's also a few characters that I don't even know who the fuck they are, so I'm not even gonna list them in the tier list. So let's begin. Kazumi's tiger. It's the same fucking tiger. Both of them. I think Kazumi's tiger is badass. Kazumi is, I'll talk about her next, but she has a pet tiger that comes out when she does a certain move, and dude, that tiger's fucking sick, man. Legitimately, I love four-legged animals in fighting games. I think that they're fucking hilarious. So, and in general, like I said, the tiger's fucking badass. So, I'm gonna put the tiger in, average. Yeah, it's still it's a tiger. It's just not that important. So yeah, average, maybe below average, but it is a cool ass tiger though, and I love both forms of the tiger, just regular tiger and then like snow leopard tiger. Pretty sick. Let's move on to Kazumi herself. So yeah, she is the mother of Kazuya. She debuts in the Tekken 7. And you get to find out that she actually went crazy, and Heihachi wasn't the bad guy for killing her. She had this devil gene in her body the whole time, via her family lineage, and it was crazy. So yeah, I really like Kazumi as a character. Like I said, she has her pet tiger, which is pretty sick, and her final form is actually really awesome too. So that being said, Tekken 7 by and large isn't exactly the best story-based game, but Kazumi, well, actually no, it is it has a decent story, but Kazumi definitely adds a little more to it. Cause with Kazuya, seeing her and whatever, and Heihachi just recollecting about the shit that happened back in before the original Tekken tournament and whatever. It was just a really cool story. And she's a cool boss. It's better than Azazel from Tekken 6. We're gonna get to him in a moment, but yeah. So Kazumi is going in great tier. I like Kazumi. She's awesome. Yeah. So, next character. Jin Kazama. Damn, we're starting this off already, huh? Jin Kazama, man, when he came into Tekken 3, he was like the most interesting character. I really love the way he looks, for one, the way he moves, the way he talks. He's just this emo punk dude that just like is powerful and strong. And he's the son of Kazuya Mishima, and and his mother is Jun Kazama. So yeah, you find that out after Tekken 2 and whatever. And Jin Kazama is just he's just a cool character in general. So and I actually have his tattoo on my arm, which is funny because I always loved Jin. And me and my dad used to play this game through this whole series back when I was a kid, like I told you guys on the last tier list video. So yeah, Jin is going into Tekken God for sure. There's nowhere else that I would want to put him, honestly. Jin is awesome. Let's go to this machine from Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I forget the name of it. Nancy. Yeah, it's just a big, huge, giant machine that you could play as a little bit in the game. Just for like one section in campaign scenario mode. Yeah, I mean, I really like playing as this giant fucking hulking machine with a machine gun, and I also like fighting it too. This thing is hard to beat, but still a lot of fun. So let's see, where am I gonna put this thing? Average? Below average. I mean, I wish you could play as it in like the main game or whatever. Like against somebody. Yeah, so Nancy goes in below average. Let's see. Jinpachi. Okay, yeah, so Jinpachi is the end boss in Tekken 5. And it's revealed that he was living under Hanmaru, which blew up after Tekken 4, in the beginning of Tekken 5. And it was revealed that he was under there the whole time and shit like that. And when the explosion happened, he kind of gained some superhuman abilities, let's just say. And his final form is actually on here too, which is pretty sick. Jinpachi as a whole, I love him as a character. He's the father of Heihachi, and grandfather of Kazuya and great-great-grandfather of Jin, the whole lineage and whatever. Yeah, so supposedly Heihachi took the power of the Mishima Zaibatsu away from his father and just locked him in Hwoarang. So yeah, I mean, and then he gets his revenge in Tekken 5, and that's ultimately his demise. You don't really see him again until Tekken Tag Tournament 2, where you can actually play as him. So that's cool. Yeah, I like Jinpachi's style in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. He's a lot of fun to play as, and just like the backstory in general makes him a pretty key important character. So I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in Tekken God because like I have to. He's a great character. Yeah, and he definitely looks a lot like Heihachi too, which is pretty sick. He's even bigger than Heihachi, which is even crazier. So yeah, the final form of Jinpachi is definitely Tekken God status for sure. That final fight in Tekken 5 when you face him in arcade mode is just crazy. Like that's probably one of the hardest boss battles in the game besides maybe Azazel and from Tekken 6. But yeah, no, Jinpachi's awesome, and the fact that his final form has a giant mouth in it that spits out fireballs, dude, that's pretty epic. So yeah, definitely belongs in Tekken God. Let's see. All right, so we're going into Tekken 7 DLC character territory. We got Fukum Ram, aka I call him Fuck Your Mom because it literally kind of sounds like the pronunciation of like somebody saying fuck your mom. It's like the same wording. It's kind of like almost how fuck your mom is spelt. But at any rate, this character is a bitch to try and like beat when somebody is playing as him online. He has a lot of the same moves as Bruce Irvin, though. I will give this character that. And I really like his movements too. And he just looks like this big ass fucking dude with just tattoos all over him and whatever. He looks pretty sick. But I won't say that he's very important because Like I said before, Tekken 7 characters don't really have much backstory, especially the new ones, and kind of sucks. I wish I knew where this character was from and why he joined the tournament to begin with, and blah blah blah. So, I don't know. I guess I'll put him in average. Yeah, average. Let's see. Oh, Leroy's dog, Sugar. Such a cute little doggy, man. But yeah, like Leroy Smith, another new DLC character, has a dog, and when he does a certain move, the dog will come out and do damage to you. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Sugar is gonna get a lot of love from me. He's going in great tier because he's a good boy. Leroy himself, Mr. Black Jesus. I love him, man. He's awesome. He has like that Ip Man style. Just like 1-inch punches and shit like that. I really love the way he looks. He just looks like a very badass, menacing character. To begin with, I think a lot of the Tekken 7 DLC characters are really cool. I don't feel like a lot of the characters that debuted in Tekken 7 non-DLC are that great, and even the characters that were introduced in Tekken 6 aren't that great either. So it's refreshing to have a good new character that looks cool and just has like a really iconic look to him. Yeah. So I'm gonna put him in Tekken God status. I really like Leroy. And I hope that they give us some sort of backstory with him at least. Yeah. So let's move on to Lucky Chloe. I really like Lucky Chloe. She has like a breakdance style of fighting. Because she's the little backstory about her. She's actually she actually works as a pop star in Tekken in the Mishima Zaibatsu, because I guess they have affiliates with the music business or whatever, and she's like a pop sensation, and that's why she has like those gloves and stuff like that look like animals and whatever, and she has headphones on and cat ears for some reason. But yeah, she looks cool. I love her fighting style. She's crazy, like legitimately nuts. The way she moves around is genuinely insane. So yeah, I'm gonna put her in great status. I really like this character a lot, actually. Yeah, she reminds me of like a new age Eddy Gordo. So yeah. Lucky Chloe, definitely great tier for sure. Let's move on to Claudio, a new character that was introduced in Tekken 7. All we know is that he works in the Mishima Zaibatsu, and that he's an exorcist. Okay. Yeah, I take a lot of issue with this character. I don't like him. I don't like his look. He's very generic, and I'm gonna put him in crappy tier because I don't really know anything about him. Like I said, there's no there's no fucking backstory with any of the new characters that are being introduced at all, and he is no exception. He's kind of boring. So yeah, let's move on to Josie. Josie is also a new character from Tekken 7, and yeah, her whole backstory is that she was in the woods trying to survive, and then Kuma came along and she got really scared and probably peed her pants. And that's her whole backstory. Yeah, this character is kind of a puss. So, yeah, she's going in crap tier. Let's move on to Elisa. She's like a vampire woman. I don't really like this character, honestly. I really don't like the way she looks. I feel like her looks are kind of too over the top for a Tekken character. I mean, granted, Tekken has panda bears and shit like that you can play as, and like fucking boxing dinosaurs and kangaroos, but I don't know. I don't like the way this character looks. We already have like a badass like punk emo character in Jin Kazama, and obviously Devil Jin too, his final form. So yeah, I'm gonna put her in crap tier. Yeah, that's where she stay. I mean, I like the look of her dress, I guess. But everything else is just kind of stupid. I don't see the point of this character even being in Tekken 7 in the first place. So yeah, let's move on to what I think is Tetsujin. And if I'm right, then I'm basically going to put him next to Mokujin. So yeah, Tetsujin is going to... Well, let's see. Basically, Mokujin is everybody. He has everybody's fighting style. He's like that random character that you pick that literally has everybody's fighting style and whatever. And he looks like a fighting dummy. He's basically just like a block of wood, but in Tetsujin's case, I don't even know if Tetsujin and Mokujin are the same thing or not. I don't know. But this one's metal. So yeah, it's like the step up, from Mokujin, who is wood, and then you got metal. So yeah, Tetsujin, Mokujin. I've always liked Mokujin. I don't know why. I don't like playing as Mokujin just because, like I said, he is a random character. When you choose him, he's just one person, and then you win the match or lose the match, and then he's another person. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of playing as Mokujin, but I love Mokujin. He's iconic as fuck. So I'm gonna put him in average. And where is Mokujin? Let's see. Mokujin goes up to... Let's see. Mokujin goes up to average as well. Yeah. And I also love the endings for Mokujin too. They're always like very satisfying. Especially his Tekken 3 ending, where Mrs. Mokujin is getting mad that he's playing video games and not fetching water from the stream, and she literally uppercuts him to oblivion. It's fucking hilarious. Alright. Let's see. Okay, this next character is Sebastian. He is actually the limo driver for Lili, a character that was introduced in Tekken 6. Yeah. Or no, maybe her butler? Maybe he is her butler. And her limo driver at the same time? I don't know. Probably both. He's a man of many talents, but at any rate, he was just kind of shoved into the game, shoved in a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 pretty much last second. He was a DLC. And what I really love about Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is, I forgot to mention this on the last tier list, but like all the DLC characters were free. You didn't have to pay for them. So yeah. Sebastian he's basically like a Lili knockoff. He does the same moves as her. So, and he's a butler. Like, what else is there to really say about him? Not really much. So I'm going to put him in crappy tier, I guess. Yeah, crappy tier. Let's move on. So, JC is actually Julia Chang, but she decided to go into the Tekken Tag Tournament, or King of Iron Fist Tekken Tag, or King of Iron Fist Tournament Tag 2 tournament. I don't know, because they said that the tag games are canon. I don't know, whatever. But so JC dresses up like the typical luchador wrestler, and it's pretty cool. And she changes up her move set a little bit to become a luchador and shit like that. And that's pretty awesome, man. Honestly, I really like that. I enjoy that. And I wish I could see more of JC in general. So I'm going to put her in. And just Julia in general is a really cool character too. I don't like the former, Michelle, obviously for personal reasons too, and just because I don't really like Michelle Chang. We'll talk about her in a little bit, but Julia is like the step up from her. I think Julia is Michelle's daughter, I think. She just has a better moveset. Julia debuts in Tekken 3. And in Tekken 4, she actually, her moveset changes dramatically. In Tekken 3, she's more or less like Michelle. Doesn't really have extra moves, but in Tekken 4, she improves a lot. So, and she's more enjoyable to play later on too. So I'm going to put JC and Julia Chang in probably the same boat. Probably great tier. I like Julia. Let's see. Where is Julia? Julia is right here. Cool. All right, so Julia is right here. And let's go on to the next character. Azazel, the final boss in Tekken 6. Literally the shittiest last boss in the series, for sure. I'm not speaking for everybody, but that's just how I feel about Azazel. And he's the hardest last boss. And he's just a fucking huge giant dog dragon thing, and I'm just not a big fan of Azazel in general. I'm having flashbacks here of like the live streams where I played story mode against Azazel, and Azazel was the last boss, and I just kept getting the shit kicked out of me over and over and over again. And also, like, there is literally no point to this character being in Tekken 6 at all. Like, they just kind of made up some bullshit story in Tekken 6 where, Jin and Kazuya started a war, so, this character comes alive and is set off by the war. And whatever, and gets resurrected. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I don't like this character. Shitty ass boss. Crap tier, for sure. We get to talk about Miguel. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, guys. I've been waiting for a year to talk about this fucking shitty ass character. I can't stand Miguel. He is the worst fucking fighter in the whole entire series, point blank, end of story. And no, I'm not spoiling anything because this character, you guys know that I can't fucking stand this character. He's just the stupidest, dumbest fucking character ever. He looks generic as hell. He looks like a discount Carlos from Resident Evil 3. Like, he's just horrible looking, and he fights like shit too. And his backstory is, his sister gets blown up while she's getting married by the Mishima Zaibatsu. And then literally they do nothing with that story afterwards. Like, it just gets thrown out by the wayside. Why is Miguel still fighting again? Who knows? I don't know. Fuck this character. Crap tier for sure. Zafina. Another character that gets shoved down people's throats in Tekken 6. And like I said, there's literally no point to this character either. Like, she's like the guardian of the tomb where Azazel comes out of. That's pretty much her whole fucking role. And you actually have to save her. In scenario campaign mode, you have to save her. So yeah, she's supposed to be like the guardian of the tomb. I don't know. I hate this character. I hate the way this character moves. I just don't like this character in general. Very bland. Barely any backstory. Barely to even consider her to be even a character. So yeah, crap tier. There we go. Man, this crap tier is definitely filling up. So let's expand this shit just a little bit. Editing on the fly, guys. Okay, so let's go this way, and then let's see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh no. Okay, shrink that back down. Nope. Did not want to do that. All right. Editing on the fly can take a little bit. Take a little bit of time. Why is it doing this? Why you be like this? Okay, well, whatever. We don't have to do that anymore. So, let's see. All right, so yeah, like I said, Zafina is not that great of a character. And just the way she moves is just like walk like an Egyptian type status, from that old 80s song from back in the day. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of her in general. So yeah, crap tier she goes. Leo. Supposedly his backstory is somebody died that worked for the Mishima Zaibatsu or G Corporation or one of those two. I think it was G Corp actually. And he wants to go after either Kazuya or Jin, pretty much. That's like his whole backstory. And I really don't like this character. It's just confusing to me. His moveset, I can't really like work around it all that much. It's not really a character that I would ever want to use. Just totally uninspired, honestly. Yeah, this character is just garbage. I'm gonna put him in crap tier because he's yet another one of those characters that debuted in Tekken 6 that I just can't stand. Same with Miguel, same with Zafina, and same with Azazel. All four of those characters are just garbage. I don't like them. All right, so next character, Slim Bob. Yeah, he's kind of a joke character. I like very, very fat, big boned, fast Bob rather than Slim Bob. Slim Bob is kind of a little bit of I don't know. He's not very strong or anything, and he can't do the same moves as regular Bob because he's too small. He can't use his body weight. So I'm gonna put Slim Bob. Although I like the joke. The joke is funny because at the end of Bob's story mode thing, he does this whole superhero speed and weight thing, and then you see him on the scale, and somehow he dropped all this weight, and then he became Slim Bob. So yeah, it's just it's a funny it's a funny little thing, but not anything that I really take seriously. So I'm gonna put him in below average. At least he's better than like literally all of these characters combined, almost. All right, regular Bob, dude. I like Bob, man. He's awesome. He is the one character that I will say that debuted in Tekken 6 that I actually fucking like. The rest of them, like I said, are just hot garbage. Yeah. So, but regular Bob is gonna go in great. He just has these wonky moves that just somehow work for him, and he's like this big, big dude. Like, definitely not slim by any means. But yeah, no, he's a good character. I like him. And he has a lot of personality too, which is really cool. So yeah, let's move on to Master Raven. I'm telling you guys right now, crap tier, just because the original Raven is so much fucking cooler. Why did you have to make the regular Raven? Why'd you have to turn him into a chick, guys? Like, I don't understand that. Raven was cool the way he was. I don't know. I miss regular Raven. I miss OG Raven. And Master Raven has almost the same fucking moves that Raven does. That regular Raven does. It just, I don't know, blows my mind. It's so dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna put regular Raven in great tier. He's not exactly Tekken God, but he actually helps out. He helps Lars out in Tekken 6. Helps him try to get to Jin and whatever. He's like on our side, the good side, basically. But yeah, no, he's just this cool ass fucking ninja that practices ninjutsu and whatever, and he's just like this fucking blade-esque looking character, and I really, really enjoy that look. Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Blade is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Probably second place, to be honest with you. But Blade, or just, Raven in general, is a great fucking character. And I really like his endings. He's just this, like I said, this cool guy. So yeah, definitely going in great tier. I just like the way he looks, Hold on, taking a sip of my soda here. But yeah, Raven, definitely in great tier. Let's move on to Maharu. Yeah, she was one of those, characters that, you get after you do certain things or, unlock the endings of, I think 15 characters or more. And she's just this random character she's just Xiaoyu's friend. That's literally her whole backstory. Like, just a person that works and is Xiaoyu's friend. And that's it. I can't say that I like or enjoy this character. She literally serves no purpose or point. So, yeah, I'm going to put her in crap tier. Yeah, most of the characters that I think are just, I don't know, don't serve a purpose or whatever, or that were just thrown in there last minute, besides a character that you guys know I love. But yeah, Maharu, crap tier. Next character is Combat. Combat is actually, so Lee Chaolan, he wasn't in the 3rd game, but he came back in the 4th game, and he came to promote his business, and what his business is creating robots that do medial tasks or, fighting robots. And he tests out this combat in Tekken 4 as like a, I don't know, like a testing thing. Like an experiment to see if combat is actually, worth or complete or like worth even, just pouring more money into. So yeah, basically the combat that enters the Tekken King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 is the prototype. So I really like the look of Combat, honestly. I like the look of him. I like the way he he's like Mokujin. He's everybody. He's randomness, just like Mokujin, and I like that. So I'm gonna put him in average, next to Mokujin. Yeah, I feel comfortable about that. So let's move on to Christie. Christie was my original Tekken Bae. I have a new Tekken Bae, but she is my old Bae, and she debuted in Tekken 4, and she's basically an Eddy knockoff. Not knockoff. She's the female version of Eddy, but not really. Like, not in that way. She's like, friends with Eddy, and she is actually Eddy's student. So, yeah. And there's a lot of backstory with like her grandfather, and she's trying to get him, get a cure for his whatever disease he has or whatever. And yeah, I just like the way Christie looks. She's definitely that good-looking Tekken woman. From Tekken, and she, like I said, she was my bae for a long time. But I have a new one, and you guys know who it is. Or for those of you that are in the live streams or whatever, you guys know who my new bae is. But Christie is definitely my old bae, and she is worth a mention. I'm gonna put her in great. I feel like I'm gonna be putting a lot of characters in great. Yeah, she basically moves like Eddy. I mean, what can go wrong with that, honestly? And yeah, I just like the way she looks too. I like her clothing choices and stuff like that, and the developers definitely did the right thing with her for sure. And I also love her dialogue in the games too. It's a lot of fun. So let's move on to Steve Fox. He's another character that debuted in Tekken 4. Actually, let's put the real Tetsujin in average as well. Let's see. All right. All right. So Steve Fox, like I said, he debuted in Tekken 4. And he's actually the son of Nina Williams. She was genetically pregnant because of certain things and whatever. And she got pregnant with Steve in the cryogenic chamber that she spent literally the time from Tekken 2 to Tekken 3 in. He's a boxer. And I like his moves. I don't like playing as him, but I love watching people play as him. He only punches. He doesn't kick. So there's definitely, I take issue with that when it comes to playing as him. But he's a pretty strong character. Facing the computer, I've never really had much of an issue with Steve. But yeah, no, I like Steve as a character. He's cool. He has a lot of backstory, which I really find very interesting. So let's put Steve in great tier. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind moving Sugar down to average tier. Yeah. So yeah, just so this one doesn't fill up. It looks like crappy tier is like the highest one now. So all right, yeah. So Steve, I just gave you a little bit of backstory about him. He's Australian. He's an Australian boxer who kicks ass. Pretty much it. And then let's see, how many characters have we got left? I know we have a lot left. Or no, we don't have too many left. Yeah. All right, so I got about maybe 50 characters left, I think. So, Unknown. She's only in 2 games, Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. She is the final boss in both games, and she has backstory as well. She is Jun Kazama, and she gets taken over by some sort of entity, and turns into Unknown. And she has the same symbol that Jin has on her. So it's kind of crazy that she, in Tekken Tag Tournament 1, I figured that Jun Kazama was Unknown. And then it was revealed that in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, she is indeed Unknown. So Unknown is going to go in great tier. Yeah, I can't put her in Tekken God tier, although she is Jun Kazama. I'll make an exception for Unknown. Yeah, Tekken God tier. And we're also going to talk about Jun Kazama right now, because I'm done talking about Unknown. There isn't really much to know about her. But Jun Kazama debuted in the second game. She is the mother of Jin Kazama, and she also turns into Unknown in the tag tournament games. Supposedly, she disappeared after Tekken Tag Tournament, or Tekken 2, after Tekken 2. And they were saying that she got killed by Ogre, but she really didn't. And for, I don't know, somehow, some way, Kazuya got her knocked up, and, she birthed Jin, and Jin's been, like, the main guy pretty much ever since Tekken 3. So, yeah, I'm going to put Jun in Tekken God status as well. next to Unknown. And yeah, I really like her character, and I like her backstory too. She's actually a nature conservative policewoman, conservatory nature policewoman. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but basically she works with she polices the environment, nature. She's like one of the like a forest protector kind of person. So yeah. So needless to say, she's like the yin, the yin to Jin's yang, or vice versa. I forget which one's yin and which one's yang, but yeah, she's like the good, and Kazuya is the bad, and Jin's just a combination of both. You know, he's a little good, little bad. He just doesn't give a shit. You know, so yeah, Jun goes in Tekken God. Dr. Bosconovitch. God damn it. Dr. Bosconovitch debuted in Tekken 3. He's the unlockable character that you get when you beat Tekken Force mode 4 times, then a battle with him pops up. If you beat him, you unlock him, basically is what it is. And he is the shittiest Tekken 3 character by and large, by far, honestly, in general. He's just shit. He just sucks, man. He can't even stand upright. It's like he's drunk all the time. And I don't know. It's a little too much effort to put into, unlocking a character that's just so terrible to play as. But I do like him. He has a lot of personality. And the fact that he can't really stand up for a long period of time is really funny. I mean, he's like a comedy character almost. So Dr. B is going to be in average tier, because I actually like him better in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. He's a better fighter, and he uses explosives too, so that's pretty cool. I think he actually uses explosives in Tekken 3. Yeah, I think he does, but I don't really remember that too much. So actually, let's put him in great tier. Fuck it. I mean, he's hilarious. He's funny. So whatever. Let's move on to Tiger. So this is the alternate costume for Eddy. And Tiger is actually, I think, a separate character. Tiger Jackson, he basically is just a disco dancing fool, and I love every second of it. You can unlock him in Tekken 3, and his ending is just the greatest fucking thing. It has the best music in that ending in the whole entire game. That's my favorite ending. Yeah. So, yeah, Tiger literally plays like Eddy, because he pretty much is Eddy almost. I don't know. Maybe Eddy's alter ego? Who knows? But yeah, he's a disco dancing machine, and he deserves to be in Tekken God status. Yep. I'm going to put him there. All right, so yeah, Tiger belongs in Tekken God status. Let's talk about Eddy Gordo. So Eddy is right here. He debuted in Tekken 6, and he has a capoeira fighting style. He's fucking awesome. My mind was blown when I first saw him as a character and first played as him. When I first got Tekken 3, I just thought he was so unique and such an individual, iconic character. Just the way he looked, the way he sounded, the way he moved. Even his ending was like a little mystery. Like, it ends up, him seeing a picture of Kazuya, Mishima, and, him realizing that Kazuya is the one who framed him, and whatever, to land Eddy into prison. Because you see in the beginning cutscene of Tekken 3, Eddy is actually breaking out of prison. So yeah, I love Eddy as a character. Like I said, he's a capoeira master, and he deserves to be, in Tekken God. There's no other place for this character. Let's move on to Bryan Fury, yet another character that debuted in Tekken 3. I was a little pissed off when I played Tekken 3 and Bryan had the same moveset as Bruce Irvin, and I wanted Bruce Irvin in Tekken 3, like, really bad. Yeah, Bryan has the same moveset as Bruce, and he I don't know why Bruce wasn't in the third game. I really like Bruce as a character. We'll talk about him, in a little bit later. But Bryan literally is just this crazy psychopath, and he's part android robot. Robot, android. I know they're two different things, but whatever. He's part android, and, he basically is, like, super strong. He's fucking psycho, And his laugh is just super iconic. I hate the fact that they changed his laugh after Tekken 5. But nevertheless, he just really has a really cool look about him. It just I just always think about how Bruce wasn't in Tekken 3, and Bryan is literally like Bruce, only with a couple different moves than Bruce. But yeah, Bryan's a cool character, and I could put him in great tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in great tier. There's not going to be a whole lot of characters that I'm going to say are going to be low. There's going to be a lot of, Tekken God and great status characters because, I love Tekken. And at the end of the day, I think all the characters in this game somewhat have a little something, to offer, to put to the table and whatever. So yeah, Bryan Fury, great tier. And next is Angel. So Angel is actually like a palette swap for Devil in Tekken 2, and she's like the good, she's an angel, but she is the good to Kazuya's final form Devil's dark. So and like I love Angel. I love the way she looks. Her sounds in Tekken 2, and even her in Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and 2. Like, I just love the way this character looks, the way she sounds, and the way she fights, too. She fights exactly like Devil. So, yeah. I didn't know that you can actually play as her in Tekken 2 until my sister found out when me and her were playing one day. She pressed X in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on top of Devil, and she became Angel, and she started kicking my ass. So, yeah, needless to say, that was a fun memory, but I just like this character in general. So I'm gonna put her in Tekken God status. Yeah, I like Angel. She isn't in too many games, but it's a delight when she's there. All right, so let's move on. We still got a few more characters left. Most of the characters on the bottom row, I'm not even gonna put on the list because I've never seen them in any Tekken game, and I know every Tekken game like the back of my hand. So. Yeah. Okay. Baek Doo San. He actually he debuts in Tekken 2, and he's like the craziest. He's like the crazy fighter that everybody thought was crazy until Eddy Gordo came onto the scene, and then later Lucky Chloe. Like Baek is like the third most wonky character. They definitely fleshed out his moveset in Tekken 5. But yeah, Baek was not my favorite character in Tekken 2. But I like this character, and he worked for Kazuya's conglomerate in Tekken 2, and he was an enforcer for him. So yeah. And also he was trying to get his son back, I think, or no, he actually sees a picture of his son in the ending of Tekken 2. So obviously he was fighting for something. So and also he is the master of Hwoarang, who is definitely a mainstay because Baek he left the Tekken roster in Tekken 2, and then Hwoarang was in the roster in Tekken 3. So yeah, Baek's a great character. I love playing as him, and he just has these crazy combos where it's just like it's hard to dodge him. He has a lot of really good lows that definitely catch people off guard. So yeah, Baek is going in Tekken God status. Yeah, no, I just like this character. I really do. It just boils down to that, and I just like his cool, calm demeanor too. So yeah, let's move on to Kunimitsu. Man, Kunimitsu actually debuted in Tekken 1, the very first Tekken. And she was the yin to Yoshimitsu's yang. Like, she was the palette swap of Yoshimitsu in the first game. And, had the same fighting style almost in Tekken 2, plus a few moves. And I always really liked the way she sounded. She sounded exactly like Yoshimitsu in the first game, which, most characters sounded like each other. Because, they were all palette swaps and, whatever. But Kunimitsu is awesome. She's like this classic female ninja that people like. I just love female ninjas. I don't know why, but she's she's definitely tops for me. And I love her mask. Her mask is like it's like a fox face. It's really cool. Yeah, and she in Tekken 2 was trying to steal Yoshimitsu's sword. That's the whole thing. She was like the traitor of the Manji clan, which is the clan that Yoshimitsu is in. So, let's see. She will go in. I think I could put her in average. I don't really like playing as her all that much. But I do think she's cool looking. Like, most of my criteria is like story, how they look, and how I like that, like who I like playing as the most. And Kunimitsu's alright. I'll fuck with her sometimes, but not that often. So let's move on to Wang Jinrei. Man, this guy is the man. He's like that typical old dude that looks really frail, but like, yo, he will kick your fucking ass, just like in any classic Chinese, Japanese fighting movie. He is the man. And supposedly he was friends with Jinpachi back before he got locked under Hanmaru and whatever. And he's like that master that, like I said, frail dude that will just kick your ass no matter what. And he was in Tekken 1 and 2, and then he left for a while, and he came back in Tekken 5. And now he's gone again, which really sucks. I love Wong, but hey, it's all right. He's an old character, and he's like physically old in general. So I don't think that he's gonna live. I mean, that he should live much longer. In the Tekken universe. I mean, he's kind of done it all and whatever. And actually, him and Law tied for yeah, he and Law tied for first place in the original King of Iron Fist tournament. So yeah, or tied for second, I think. Yeah, so Wong and Law, and they had like a little bit of a rivalry in the first tournament, which is cool. So yeah, Wong is going to get an average tier. I don't really like playing as him that much. He has he has a decent backstory, I guess. They don't really tell you much about him. He's just like that old dude that's like a wanderer and, just enters just because he's an old dude that does karate, Yeah, so that's where I'm going to put him. Next up is Kuma 2, I think. Yeah, because the original Kuma is, the one that was in Tekken 1 and Tekken 2. Kuma 2. I think it's probably like the original Kuma's son. Yeah, Kuma is a bear that fights. Think about that. A bear that literally fights. You think bears are scary enough? What if the bear was actually friendly but could also literally punch your face off? So yeah, I always thought that was really cool in Tekken. He was in the very first Tekken, obviously his dad or whatever. And then Kuma 2 debuted in Tekken 3. So yeah, he rocks a bandana under his chin, and he's just he's Paul's rival for a while, and for like in the first and second tournament, I think, and then in the third tournament he comes back and Paul beats him, and then Tekken 4 they continue the rivalry, I think, until Tekken 5. But yeah, Kuma is an awesome character. He has a lot of personality in the later games. In the beginning, in the first two games, I always just liked, fucking around with him a little bit. I'm gonna put Kuma in Tekken God status, man. I really just like Kuma. The idea of a bear in a fighting game just makes me happy. I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, Tekken God status for sure. Kuma fits right in. So let's see. So we got a little bit left. Yeah. So let's make this a little taller. Okay. So now we have Lee Chaolan. Probably one of my favorite characters ever in the whole entire series. He's my main in the very first game. He's one of two mains in the second game, along with Law. And he's just a fucking sick-ass character. And then in the later games, once he comes back, because he was in the first two games, and then he wasn't in Tekken 3, and then he was back in Tekken 4. But also he did come back in Tekken Tag Tournament, just like all the characters from the previous games did. Lee Chaolan is awesome, man. I love the way he fights, his fast kicks, you know, the way he yells like a girl when he's like fucking, you know, when he does his really powerful kick. I love his down circle, circle, circle. He's just a really, really great character. And he's a lot of fun. He plays a really big role in the story. He's also Heihachi's adopted son. You know, Heihachi adopted Lee to get Kazuya pissed off or whatever. So yeah, and Lee was also Kazuya's sub boss in the first game. So yeah, they had a little bit of a rivalry, and he has affiliates with the family and whatever. He knows a lot about the Mishima Zaibatsu and the whole organization and the blood feud and everything. So he's like, he's not in the middle. He's like a bystander. He like watches from the sidelines, but he knows everything that's going on. And I really like this character. He has an excellent personality too. Excellent. Like that's like his phrase. So yeah, I like Lee. He's definitely Tekken God status for sure. So let's put him there. Let's see. Lei Wulong. Where am I gonna put you, Lei? Okay, so Lei Wulong debuted in Tekken 2. Probably he was. I think he was either my main or damn near close to my main in Tekken 3. Like one of my top 5 favorite picks to kick anybody's ass in Tekken 3. Lei Wulong is definitely there, and I just love the shit out of this character. He's just such a great character. He has the drunken fist style, like Jackie Chan does, where, you know, he's like looks like he's all drunk and whatever, but also like he's going to kick your ass too, because you don't know what the fuck he's doing. So yeah, I like Lei Wulong, man. I just think he's a great character, and I'm glad that they added him to Tekken 7, because I was like, wait, there's no Lei Wulong? Are you serious? I mean, I'm not good with Lei anymore. I think I stopped really playing as him or really giving a shit about him after Tekken 5 and after, because they just changed his moveset way too much, and he just wasn't fun anymore. I don't know, they made him way too complicated. But that's what they do with every Tekken character, by and large, besides like Paul Phoenix or Law or whatever. But yeah, he got some major tweaks that I'm not a big fan of. And also, I really love all of Lei Wulong's endings. They're just so fucking hilarious. From Tekken 4 onwards, he's just a funny character. He's like, and a little bit of backstory about Lei Wulong, who he is. He's actually a cop, so it works out. So yeah, yeah, I like this character. He's definitely Tekken God status for sure. There's a lot of characters that I really like, and Lei is one of them. Like I said, he's just interesting, and I'm a big Jackie Chan fan, so, I mean, why wouldn't he be? Alright, so, next character is Feng Wei. He was introduced in Tekken 5, and he has probably the most interesting moveset out of all the new characters in Tekken 5. He's actually a really good character. He has a lot of really fast moves, a lot of mixes, a lot of lows that are just really interesting to me and just spark my interest. And he's also, he kills his master in the beginning of the 5th game, in the opening scene, and he's trying to be the next God Fist warrior. Yeah, what God Fist is that's like the highest status that you can get when it comes to like fighting in general. Like it's like something of myth, I think, in China or Japan or somewhere, some Oriental country. Yeah, God Fist is like a legend. I think in real life, either it could be in just the lore of Tekken games for all the fuck I know, but I don't know. I feel like Tekken actually like, at its core, is very based on like urban legends and like real life stuff when it comes to martial arts, especially, and shit like that. But yeah, I love Feng Wei. I won't call him a Tekken God character just because I don't really like playing as him now. I really liked playing as him in Tekken 5. And also, he doesn't really have much to offer later on down the line when it comes to story. I mean, he did have a rivalry with Asuka in Tekken 5, but that's pretty much it after that. After that, he didn't really have anything there um, of any substance or anything. And then Tekken 6 hit, and then we know how great that fucking game is. It's not great at all. But yeah, no, Feng Wei. I'll put him in great status. Or should I? I feel like I'm definitely going to be moving a lot of these around now that I think about it, but I might put him in average status. Yeah, I don't think he belongs in great status. Because, like I said, he doesn't really have much backstory, so there's not really a whole lot of lore that I really... Like, I'm very lore heavy when it comes to this game. I don't know if you guys realize that, but I know pretty much everything to know about every character in Tekken, in the Tekken universe. So, yeah, and there's not really much there for him. So let's go to Hwoarang. This is probably the most interesting character in Tekken 4. Like, he's damn near close to my main in Tekken 4. Like, I really love Hwoarang. I love the way he moves. I like his fighting style. I like all of his crazy kicks, and he just does so much damage, Tekken 3 going forward. Yeah, like I said, I just really like Hwoarang, and, he is the pupil of Baek Doo San, and he's like he started out as a street fighter from Korea, and then I don't know, but he also has a lot of backstory too. He has a rivalry with Jin Kazama that has lasted since the third game, and keeps going forward from there. And he also joined the military in Korea, and then he went AWOL to join the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 so he can settle his score with Jin. And it's just, I just like this character. I don't know, there's something unique about him that I just really, really care for. So yeah, I'm going to put him in Tekken God status because he belongs there. Like, Hwoarang is awesome. And of course, we're going to talk about Heihachi and Kazuya. I think I'm going to talk about them last because we have a lot of character. Actually, we don't have that many. We only have like 25, 30, maybe 35 characters left to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna save Heihachi and Kazuya for last because they have the longest backstory, and I want to get into that. So, let's see. Katarina, don't know much about her. She's excellent in Tekken 7. She's one of those crazy, hard-hitting, fast characters that I really enjoy. However, I don't know much about her. I think she's an actress or something. Yeah, I think she might be like an actress in Tekken 7. I don't know. But, yeah, I literally don't know dick about this character, because like I said, Tekken 7 doesn't have any lore for the new character really all that much. So yeah, Katarina is going to get a below average tier for me. If I didn't like her fighting style as much, she'd be in crap tier. But yeah, I like her fighting style, and I want to see more from her. But also, now that I think about it, like, they literally took Christie Monteiro out of the game and replaced Christie with her, another girl that looks exactly like her. So, I don't know, not a big fan of that. And when I first saw her in Tekken 7, I was just like, who the fuck is this? Like, did Christie Monteiro change her name? And I played as her, and I'm just like, oh. So this is a completely different character. I get it now. So yeah, I definitely wasn't fond of that. But I like Katarina. I think she's cool. I want to learn how to play as her a little bit better. I feel like practice makes perfect when it comes to Tekken, But yeah, I might like her even more as time goes on if they actually have some fucking story in Tekken 8 for once. So yeah, take a swig and let's continue on. So, Kazumi original form, yeah, like I said, she had the devil gene in her the whole time, and she's the one who gave it to. She is the lineage of the Tekken bloodline turning into shit the way it did, and everybody getting the devil gene but Heihachi, because they were born with it. They didn't have to make a deal with the devil. Like, they literally were born with it. So yeah, yeah. So Kazumi's gonna go in great tier. Yeah, because she adds, like I said, a lot to the lore, which I can appreciate. You know, I appreciate that type of shit. So, let's go over this way. Let's see. Actually, we don't need to do that anymore because it's not going to increase or decrease the size of whatever. So, okay. So we can keep it like that. And then, let's see. A little bit of editing on the fly, guys. Sorry. Okay, cool. And then put that down there. Nice. All right, so we're going to continue on here with Gigas. Now, Gigas is another character that I really just don't know shit about. Apparently, he was G Corporation's answer to a new robot that are supposed to replace Jax, but I think they screwed up, and the person or thing that they used to create Gigas actually has like human emotion and shit. So, yeah, Gigas, I think he could be a little bit more fleshed out. I don't like playing as Gigas, but it's a cool idea. I hope they explore more on it, and I hope they have a feud between Jack and Gigas. That would be sick. Like, I would love to fucking see that. And just replace Jack altogether, because honestly, Jack is getting a little annoying. Like, I liked him when he was Jack 1, 2, and Gun Jack, and then, you know, Tekken Tag Tournament was a thing, and I also really like Prototype Jack, the original, over the, you know, Tekken 2's Prototype Jack. But yeah, no, if they replace Jack, I wouldn't care, because Jack has been in like every fucking game besides Tekken 4. There was no Jack in Tekken 4. But yeah, he's been in every fucking game, a different version every time. Jack 1, 2, Gun Jack, Prototype Jack, let's see, Jack, I don't know, Jack 5, 6, and 7, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big Jack fan anymore. I like Jack, but I don't know. I literally just gave Jack a tier just now. But Gigas, like, I'm going off the rails a little bit, but Gigas, I can, I hope that they just flesh out this guy's story, and they just make him the big hulking beast that Jack, you know, always should have been. So for that, I'm gonna give Gigas a chance, put him in below average, and this is literally the people that I'm giving a chance to from the newer games. Yeah. So yeah, either that or they're in crap tier. Like, I literally could care less about Claudio. I don't care if he's in the next game or not. Same with this shitty Josie character, and all throughout this whole thing, I don't care about any of these characters. Gigas is cool. Gigas is cool. Let's see, Shaheen. I really like this character. I think he looks very diverse. It's really cool that they have an Arabic character in this game. It's about fucking time, honestly. Like, you want to talk about progression in games and just having, you know, like, just diversity with race and ethnicity, religion, whatever. Shaheen is the final piece to the puzzle with Tekken. Yeah, I love having an Arabic character in the Tekken series. It just really just literally just puts it all together and just makes it whole now. You know, there's not much many other characters that they could really put in Tekken anymore that are going to be of any relevance, or just, like, you know, whatever. They're just going to keep probably creating generic messes like this until, you know, forever, probably. But Shaheen, I like this character. I like the way he fights too. I'm not necessarily the best with him, but in early Tekken 7 game, he was actually really, really sought after. So Shaheen, I'm going to put an average. You know, I just really like his look. And, you know, yeah, I really like his look, and I think backstory for him is the fact that he is trying to look for something in the Mishima Zaibatsu, or no, G Corporation or something. Yeah, because supposedly maybe Kazuya fucked him over in the past or whatever. I forget. Sorry, guys, I forget. But yeah, Shaheen, I'm giving him a real college try, honestly. I really just want to see more from him. That's all. Ganryu, he's been in Tekken since the beginning. He wasn't in Tekken 3, or Tekken 4. But yeah, Ganryu is a great character. He has like this love affair, this weird thing, weird love for Julia and earlier on Michelle, and it's really funny because he gets shut down every fucking time, so it's like hilarious. I still remember the Tekken Tag Tournament 1 ending where he gives Michelle flowers and she literally just runs the fuck away from him. And you just see his mouth open wide, like his jaw hits the floor because he got fucking denied. Oh, man. But yeah, he also has backstory before the whole Michelle thing. So basically, he cheated to get the Yokozuna status in sumo wrestling, which, if you guys know anything about sumo wrestling, that is literally the highest level or highest honor that you can get in sumo, period. He cheated to get that status, and he also laundered a lot of money, and he ended up being Heihachi's henchman, and then when Kazuya took over, Ganryu, served as Kazuya's henchman. So Ganryu was by and large the bad guy. I don't know if people know that or not, but yeah, Ganryu was the bad guy for the first 2 games, and then, he had no purpose after that once Heihachi took over again. So, Ganryu just kind of faded into obscurity until fucking he came back for the first technically canon game, Tekken 5. And then, he's been all comedy since, so I just really like that. Ganryu is going to get where am I going to put Ganryu? Jesus. This is getting tough, guys. And I'm going to have to reorganize everything, too. This is going to be a nightmare. I can't believe I did this to myself. Let's see. Ganryu is going in... I'll put him in great tier. Yeah. All right, so yeah, great tier is starting to fill up a little bit. Let's see. So now I have to hire this up again. There we go. And more faces are disappearing. Sorry, guys. Let's see. All right, so we're getting to that point where we're almost pretty much done, and most of these slots are filled. So, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So, but I just love doing tier lists, and I hope you guys are enjoying so far. All right, let's continue with Craig Marduk. Man, this fucking character blew me away in fucking Tekken 4. I really liked his fighting style. I liked how huge he was, how built he was, and how absolutely the tallest man in fucking Tekken history besides, Kuma, and that's not a man, that's a bear. But now, Craig Marduk, he just looked so imposing and just so badass. I liked his regular costume. I didn't like his... I liked his alternate costume. I didn't like his regular costume when he had hair and he looked, he didn't look like himself in general. I really liked the shaved haircut, the shaved hair look. But Marduk, actually is the rival turned into friend of, King 2. So yeah, and then later he becomes a rival with Armor King, who he supposedly killed killed somehow, and which is why him and King became rivals in the first place. And then, now this new Armor King is, trying to beat up Marduk and supposedly put Marduk in the hospital. And that's where the story is going to continue from then on in Tekken 7, or probably Tekken 8. So yeah, that's what we're left with. But Craig Marduk, let's see, average? No, great character. I actually really like him. Because like I said, he's tall, he's jacked, he's imposing. And, I don't know, he's just this crazy asshole that, that I just really enjoy. So let's move on to Roger. Yeah, Roger. So basically this character is a boxing kangaroo. And he debuts in the second game. And I just fucking love Roger. Like, kangaroos at that time were my favorite animals. So, putting boxing gloves on a fucking kangaroo, it's just a no-brainer, guys. Like, obviously. Yeah, and I just always had a lot of fun playing as Roger. He's damn near impossible to unlock if you don't know what the fuck you're doing in Tekken 2. And he coincides as a character with a boxing dinosaur called Alex. So, yeah, both of those characters are going to be in the same tier, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna put this boxing kangaroo in Tekken God because this is one of the reasons why I love Tekken 2 so much. I neglected to mention that in the Tekken games tier list, but that's a lot of the reason why I really just love Tekken 2 in general. Like, just such a great game. So yeah, Roger, Tekken God. I wouldn't expect anything less from myself. I knew that was gonna happen, of course. So yeah, and also Alex is probably going in Tekken God too, just because like, yo, boxing dinosaur, no brainer, definitely Tekken God. Let's see. All right, so Panda is going in Tekken God as well. Panda is the bodyguard for Ling Xiaoyu, who debuts in Tekken 3. Same thing with Panda, and like they just have adventures together, and they're good buddies. And Panda, Kuma actually has a thing for Panda, in the beginning, even in like in Tekken 3 and on, like he has this infatuation for a panda bear, which is like, what would that look like if a grizzly bear and a panda bear had a baby? I don't know. It'd probably be fucking adorable. But yeah, Panda definitely goes in Tekken God. Let's see. Jack 7. You guys know how I feel about Jack. I mean, the first couple iterations of Jack were fine. Up until Gun Jack, that was perfectly fine. But then, Jack 5, 6, 7, whatever. I don't care about Jack anymore. I still like his fighting style sometimes. And he's a lot faster now than he was in the original games, which I feel like that was kind of a mistake. He's a metal robot. He's supposed to be clunky, But yeah, I'm gonna put Jack in average. I know it's disappointing, but I got it. I got to do it. Like, I don't know, just not a big fan of having something named a number every single fucking other game. Like, I don't know, just not a big fan of that. Like, and the motherfucker hasn't really changed his look all that much. They changed his sound, the sound of his voice, which was again a very big mistake. So yeah, Jack 7 goes in average. Let's see, Dragunov debuted in, I think, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. And he made his original debut in Tekken 6. I really like this character. The only character from that debuted, in Tekken, in between Tekken 5 and 6 and whatever, that I actually do like. I like how cold and calculating he is. I like how he doesn't have any dialogue. He doesn't say anything. And I just like how brutish he is. He's this just cold-ass Russian dude that has a scar on his face, and he just doesn't give a fuck. And I like that about him. He's just mysterious. So I think I'm going to put him in great tier. Not necessarily God tier, but great tier. Let's move on to the original King. Not like I love King. Don't get me wrong, guys, but and in the original games, I'm not exactly the best with him. I didn't really start liking King until Tekken 3, which this is King 1. King 2 is the King that debuted in Tekken 3, because the first King, the iteration of him, died a tragic death. And King, the original King, had an orphanage, and that orphanage, he eventually died, and the King 2 is actually one of the orphans from his orphanage. So yeah, just a little bit of fun backstory for you guys. But yeah, the original King. I don't think I can rate King anywhere lower than Tekken God, because obviously a wrestling dude with a fucking jaguar mask on has to be top tier, right? I mean, even if he was very clunky in the first two games, I still enjoyed playing as him. And also, his suit in Tekken 2 is still the best goddamn suit in that King's ever had. Best costume still, hands down. So, yeah, Tekken God. Or King is going to be Tekken God, and so is King 2. For sure. King 2 is probably going to be higher than regular King once I sort everything out, but yeah, by and large, that's where he's going. So, let's go. I'm okay. So I see Violet. I'm putting him in Tekken God too because he is Lee Chaolan. That's literally there is no other backstory besides that's literally Lee Chaolan, but in disguise because he didn't want Heihachi to know that he was entering the King of Iron Fist tournament for. There we go. Simple backstory. Let's see. Who do I want to talk about next? Let's see, Michelle Chang. Not really a big fan of Michelle at all, to be honest with you. The first two games, I just one of my least favorite characters in both the first and second games. She has really good lows, but that's all she kind of has, and that's all she really is. So I'm gonna put her in crappy tier. Not a big fan of Michelle. And that's all I gotta say about that. Honestly, like I just really don't like the character. To be fair. Let's see. Let's talk about Prototype Jack. So Prototype Jack is cool as fuck. I love his design. He's very simple. He looks like an army robot, and in the original game, he looked much different. I also really like that design too. But they made him look like an army robot in Tekken 2, and then in Tekken Tag, and then Tekken Tag 2. So, yeah, I just really like how he looks, and he has an awesome moveset in all of the games, honestly. Put Prototype Jack in great tier. Yeah, I don't like really the original Jack, but I like Prototype Jack. So, let's go on to Original Armor King. Okay, so Original Armor King started out as King's rival, and then they became friends, I think, in Tekken 2. And then that iteration of King died. And then Armor King is the one who gave King 2 the Jaguar mask. So yeah, to pass down the lineage from from the person who owned the orphanage to the person that was from the orphanage. So yeah, that's really cool. And then the original Armor King dies in Tekken 3 because Marduk kills him and all that shit. So yeah, I mean, I like the original Armor King. There's nothing that I can really say that's bad about Armor King, and I really like the way he looks too. Pretty iconic. So I'm gonna put the original Armor King in Tekken God status. Armor King, his brother, so technically Armor King 2, but also it's his brother, so they're both technically Armor King 1, so I don't know. It's a little complicated, but this is Armor King's brother, and he is currently having a feud with King and Marduk, and now it's just a weird thing. I really like the rivalry, but it's getting a little out of hand, and I think this iteration of Armor King isn't as great, honestly, so I'm going to just put him in great tier. Not really much to offer in my eyes, so let's move on to Gunjack. He was only in 2 games ever, Tekken 3 and Tekken 4, or no, Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And he now just has a gun. So yeah, not really anything different from regular Jack. I'll put him in below average. Let's see. Roger Jr. Not a big fan of Roger Jr., honestly. I like the fact that they brought, some sort of Roger back in Tekken 5, but I don't know. Having the little baby Roo in the pouch just kind of is a little distracting. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just think it is. And they changed the moveset up a lot for Roger, which I'm not a big fan of either. But I don't know. It's a cool design, I guess. I'll put Roger Jr. in average tier, and I'll stick to that. Let's see. I gotta make this even higher, so bear with me, guys. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of Tekken gods in here. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to do some reworking on this thing. But anyways, we only have about 15 more about 20 more characters left. So, let's see. Let's talk about Ogre. or Ancient Ogre as they renamed him in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. It's really lame, but whatever. So Ogre is like the god of fighting. He gets resurrected somehow in Tekken 3. And before the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3 starts, he slaughters a bunch of people, supposedly from the second game and forward, and beforehand. One of the people that he supposedly kills is, Baek Doo San, and obviously he was just still alive. Supposedly he killed Jun Kazama, but I guess that's not the case because Jun is still alive technically, so I don't know. I don't really know anything about Tekken anymore, but yeah. So he is the god of fighting. Heihachi wants to do experiments on him, try and draw his blood so that way he can gain his power. And that's the whole reason why Heihachi even started the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3 in the first place. So, and Ancient Ogre ends up getting the shit kicked out of him by Paul Phoenix, and Paul thinks he wins the tournament. And then, little did he know, fucking Ancient Ogre turns into a giant dragon called True Ogre. And just, the tournament continues, and then Jin Kazama actually has to come in and kick the shit out of the fucking dragon thing. So, yeah. I love Ogre, man. I think that Ogre is probably one of the coolest characters in Tekken. And in Tekken 3, it's just, he had a badass boss theme. I just liked the look of him. And, he had everybody's fighting style that wasn't in Tekken 3 from Tekken 2. So, yeah. I mean, I could say that, Ancient Ogre is fucking awesome. So I'm going to put him in God tier. He is a fighting god after all. And his final form is definitely getting the God tier treatment also. So, yeah. All right. Oh, we got a little bit left here. Let's see. Let's talk about Xiaoyu. So, yeah, like I said, I mentioned her before. Xiaoyu is the person who controls Panda. Panda is her bodyguard. She came in to the game from Tekken 3 and has been in the games ever since. And she just has a wacky, crazy fighting style that I really enjoy. A lot of really good lows and just wonky movements, and I just really like her. So yeah, but I don't really like her story all that much. I like the parts where she's trying to look for Jin and stuff like that, because they're high school sweethearts supposedly or whatever. But Xiaoyu now, not a big fan. Earlier on, I really liked her. So I'm gonna put her in average tier. Yeah, just because, like I said, my love for her as a character kind of dwindled. Tekken 5 onwards, pretty much. Yeah, so that's how I feel about Xiaoyu. And let's go to, let's talk about, hold on, Julia Chang for a second. We already pretty much talked about her. We don't have to talk about her again. I don't know why she's in here again. Like I said, I don't know who any of these characters are. Like, besides, like, I know that's Lars and shit, but any of these fucking characters, I don't know. Like, so this tier list is pretty much almost over. And then we'll be reorganizing them and whatever. So, let's see. Let's talk about Alisa Bosconovitch. So, I think I'm going to put her in below average tier, honestly. And just because, for the simple fact that Tekken 6 wasn't that great of a game, and she was kind of forced down people's throats, just like Lars was. I don't like her. I don't like Lars. I think that she's a cool robot, and she has a chainsaw for a hand that comes out, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know. I could care less about this character. And yeah, let's see. And also, supposedly she's like, she was created by Dr. Bosconovitch, or like that's actually Dr. B's sister or no, daughter, and he like resurrected her but put robot parts in her or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know the backstory of that. I'd have to look up the lore. I don't know everything about the lore. I just know a lot about it. So yeah, and plus Alisa is not one of those characters that, like I said, I give a shit about enough to really care. So yeah, below average she goes. Let's see. Let's talk about Devil Jin next. So yeah, Jin has the devil gene in him, and he could transform into the devil as well, just like his father can. And it's pretty sick. I really like the debut of Devil Jin in Tekken 5. He's in a cathedral, and you could just see how like emo and brutish and like, I don't know, like out of control his devil form is. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna put Jin's devil form in Tekken God, and that's where it's gonna stay, probably, most likely. Let's talk about, this is original Jack or Jack 2 or something. I don't know who this guy really is, but yeah, I think it's original Jack. I'm just gonna count him as original Jack. Yeah, I like original Jack and Jack 2. They're alright. I'll put them in average tier. Yeah, because like they are just Jack, Prototype Jack is great, but average is just Jack. He's like the master of average. Let's see, original Kuma. I'm gonna put original Kuma in great tier, just because he was the original Kuma. He was Kuma number 1. So, let's see. What character is next? I already did Zafina. I don't know why Zafina's here again, but whatever. New Zafina. Yeah, I could care less about this character. Like I said, I guess I'll put her on the list. And where's regular Zafina? Yep, crappy tier. Nice. We're getting there, guys. All right. Let's see. So we have only a little bit left. Let's talk about new Kunimitsu. Kunimitsu, obviously I said that she's cool. So yeah, put her in average. Let's see. Lars. Okay, let's talk about Lars. He's like the new he's like the new family member in the Tekken universe. He's Lars. He's just that guy that kind of came out of nowhere in Tekken 6, and now apparently he's Kazuya's or Heihachi's, fucking bastard son, and now he's just the main protagonist and whatever. I don't like it. I don't like Lars. I think it was a bad move for them to make him the main protagonist, and I don't like the look of him. I don't like his fighting style. I like nothing about this character. This character is boring. This character sucks, and that's another reason why Tekken 6 sucks. So yeah, Lars can go in crap tier for all I care. Definitely not gonna put him much higher than like all the way down too, because like he just ruined pretty much the whole entire Tekken series by being the main protagonist. Let's see. We got a few characters left. Okay, so this is pretty much Devil Kazuya. So yeah, let's talk about Devil Kazuya. Dude, one of my favorite themes of all time is Kazuya and Devil Kazuya's theme song from Tekken 2. I can't get it out of my head. I listen to it all the time. And it's just one of those things where like that was like an oh my god, what the fuck is this moment in video game history. Like, do you remember where you were when you first saw Devil Kazuya for the first time and played Tekken 2 for the first time? Like, I remember me and my dad, when I first saw Devil Kazuya, I was just like, who's that? He's awesome. Like, my dad was just like, yeah, but he's supposed to be the devil. And I'm just like, fuck that shit, Dad. He's cool. I didn't exactly say that because I was only 3 years old. But anyways, no, Devil Kazuya is sick as fuck. And I'm not like a satanic ritual dude at all. But, I think that that's another reason why I think Tekken 2 is an amazing game. Yeah, so I'm going to put Devil Kazuya in Tekken God tier, along with the new version of Devil Kazuya as well. So both going in Tekken God. There's a lot of people in Tekken God anyways, so whatever. Let's see. I guess I could put Old Armor King in Great tier, because King always played first fiddle. And then Armor King was always like the lackey, or the, not the best, not as good as King. So I don't know. King always, I always thought that he was like the good guy, and Armor King was the bad guy. So let's move on to obviously Julia. I don't even really want to put her on the list again. Like, what would be the point of doing that? Yeah, I guess we'll put new Julia on the list. I don't know who made this tier list. Actually, I should be able to. Damien Sului, Soleil. Yeah, shout out to him for making this tier list. And dude, like, why did you add so many weird characters in this tier list? I don't even know who any of these people are, or that guy. Like, I know who Lydia is. I'm gonna talk about her actually now. So yeah, I know a lot about Lydia, actually. I've studied up on the lore of her, and supposedly she is actually the Prime Minister of Poland. She is my Tekken Bae. She will forever be my Tekken Bae going forward, and I hope that she's in Tekken 8, and they explore, like I said, more fucking individual character story. That's all I want. But, yeah, no, Lydia's awesome. She has an awesome move style. She's like that typical karate chick, and I like that. That's so cool. And she's Polish, which I'm Polish, so definitely points for that too. So, and like I said, her fighting style's sick, guys. Like, I really, really enjoy her being my main now. I've always loved Law, but Lydia's awesome too. So Lydia, I'm going to put her in. Let's see. Should I put her in Tekken God? I mean, it is my own opinion, and like I said, guys, this is my own opinion. I understand that this might not be yours. Definitely don't get too harsh in the comments. This is just for fun, and it's also just so you guys get to know me and know what Tekken characters I like, and have me maybe teach you something about the Tekken lore that you guys didn't know. But yeah, Lydia is going to go in great tier. I can't put her in God tier yet because I don't know too much about her. But yeah, she is the Prime Minister of Poland. That's all I pretty much know right now. So yeah, we only have, let's see, 13 more characters left. So, let's talk about Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu is like that character that changes appearance severely in every single game, and every single costume is always the first thing that people talk about when a brand new Tekken game comes out. And this person was definitely dead on the money for making this his Tekken 3 outfit really shine in this tier list, because that's my favorite outfit. Next, I think, is his Tekken 2 outfit. That's my second favorite. My third is his Tekken 4 outfit. But yeah, no, Yoshimitsu always fucking slaps. And that was my dad's guy for a long time. That sword move, he used to just fucking kill me with that every single goddamn time. I never learned how to jump it. That's the problem. But no, Yoshimitsu's a really cool character. Only character with a sword, or first character with a sword, in the game. And just, I don't know, man. He's fucking Yoshimitsu. Like, there's not a whole lot. He speaks for himself. Like, he has probably the coolest voice in any of the Tekken games. Coolest, most different fighting style that you could see. Very hard to master. This character is very, very, very difficult to master. But Yoshimitsu fucking kicks ass, dude. He's going in Tekken God. Hey, he has to. There's no fucking way that he should be any lower. Like, I would be literally telling you Tekken fans to, like, go fuck yourselves if I put him any lower. That wouldn't be even fair to you guys. Let's see. All right, Bruce Irvin. Yeah, probably one of the coolest characters in Tekken 2. He's this long, lanky kickboxer that just kicks fucking ass, and supposedly he's the bad guy in Tekken 2. Yeah, he's working for Kazuya. So yeah, I mean, that's fucking awesome. And in general, like, I just love his movements. I love his kicks. I love his long ass legs. I just like the look of him. I like his voice. I like everything about this character. Everything about this character is sick as fuck. But I really hate the fact that they changed him so much in Tekken 6. He became the bad guy once again, and I don't know how I feel about that. Or the good guy. I don't know, because it's kind of weird. Tekken 6 makes it look like Jin is actually the bad guy when he's not. He's actually the good guy. He just did bad things so that way he can get rid of worse evil that is in the world. But yeah, Bruce Irvin, he's kind of gullible, and I don't know. He has a lot of backstory though, so I can't really complain. And he's also he likes to be a role model to the youth, just so like you guys saw in his Tekken 2 ending. He's all about the kids and helping out and help shaping the future and whatever. Even though he isn't exactly the best guy in the world, and that's really cool. And I mean, I want to see more Bruce, man. I want to see him right his wrongs and battle Kazuya or something. I don't know. I feel like that needs to happen. But Bruce Irvin is going to be in the Tekken God tier just because of his Tekken 2 appearance, man. That's just my favorite looking character. And even then, his the background for him, his stage in the fight in the game is awesome, and it just fits him so well. So yeah, Bruce Irvin is fucking awesome. Let's go talk about Asuka Kazama. She debuted in Tekken 5, and she's supposedly a cousin of Jin Kazama. I don't know for sure. I don't think anybody really knows, but yeah, she's Jin Kazama's second cousin or some shit. Yeah, and she's like a tough chick. She's almost like a superhero in the city. People know who she is, and they don't fuck with her, and she's like the peacemaker in the city and shit like that. And she's just really tough, and she's a lot like how I think Jun Kazama would still be if she was like an actual relevant thing in the games going forward. Or like in the games if she was still in the games. But Asuka's really cool. I like her moveset. They definitely watered it down in Tekken 7, which I'm not a big fan of, but Asuka's cool as hell. So she belongs in the great tier. Her rival Lily, let's see. She kind of just came out of nowhere, challenged Asuka, and they battled to a draw, and then I don't know. And then now Lily's like invading on her life and shit like that, and like taking over her house and shit, and like fucking like making Asuka train her, and I don't know. It's a fun rivalry. I can't really complain too much about it. But Lily as a character, I don't really like her. I think that Asuka could do something else. Maybe I don't know, fight Bryan Fury or some shit. That would be a fucking awesome feud. Or like, I don't know, learn from a teacher like Wang Jinrei or something like that. I don't know, but let's see. Yeah, Lily, I'm gonna put in below average because I can't really put her in crappy tier per se because she does have a decent amount of backstory, and she's like that pompous French girl that is just like, like obviously you love to hate her, but also she's like also kind of a bitch, so you kind of like her at the same time, yeah, so got, let's see, 6 more characters left. And then we're going to rearrange this, and then that is the end of the tier list. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about martial law. So he's up in, ever since the very first game, he's been in the Tekken universe. Like in the very first game, he was fighting for his family. He was poor. He wanted to start a dojo, and he eventually won second place. So he won a lot of prize money. He battled to a draw with Wong, and Law is just a great character. He's a Bruce Lee knockoff. All you guys know that I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee. I mean, shit, I have a poster behind me. Not right now, but when I usually sit over there, I have a poster behind me of Bruce Lee. Like, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. So, he's been my main pretty much throughout. He's always a great character. He's always a fun time. He has really funny endings in Tekken 4, 5, 6, and even Tekken 7 with Paul and whatever. And Paul and Law are like the funny duo, and they're best friends and shit. And that's so cool. I really like that. Yeah, like Law is just like that guy that's always down on his luck, and he always ends up being broke at the end of every fucking game. It's so funny. But anyways, Law is going into Tekken God. Yeah. And his son, excuse you. My cat just sneezed really loud and it scared the shit out of me. Let's see. Forest Law, he is the son of martial law, and he decided to enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3 to test his luck, but then he ended up getting really, really hurt because Paul is a very irresponsible person. Forest Law, the fact that he's the son of fucking, regular Law, gotta put him in Tekken God status. And, alright, let's talk about, Paul Phoenix. Dude, probably the coolest, most badass character in all the fighting games. He has this tall fucking, just look at him. That's him right there. Just look at him. He looks so badass. Traditional gi on, rocks his really over the top, I don't even know what you call it. It's like the Kid and Play style hair. And he's just this American badass. He rides on motorcycles and shit like that, and he's just fucking awesome. From all the way from Tekken 1 till fucking even now, I just love playing Paul. He's always been close to my main, just because he is that traditional karate fighter. He's a very stiff, hard-hitting guy, and I like that. And his moveset is just so unique, but also very average at the same time. But I don't know. That's just what the appeal is for him. That's what makes him so appealing. So, and just like I said with Law, his endings are fucking hilarious. I love everything about Paul. In the first 2 games, he was just this badass, but then, in Tekken 3, they gave him more of a comedic tone, which is great. So Tekken God Paul is going for sure. He's the most definitive fucking character that I say belongs in Tekken God. Let's see. 4 more characters left. Hold on. My throat is getting really scratchy, you guys. The fact that I've been doing this for almost 2 hours is a sign that I should definitely take a drink of soda. So. All right, so let's talk about Anna and Nina Williams. They're sisters that fucking hate each other. Anna's a bitch. Nina is that she eggs it on, and it's just the best feud ever. Sister versus sister. It's always entertaining, always fun. And I just like both of these characters. In the first 2 games, they were palette swaps for each other, and they literally had almost the same moves, almost identical, until Tekken 3. And then Anna wasn't in Tekken 4, unfortunately, but no. Anna and Nina, just they have this fucking giant feud going on, and they treat each other like shit. There's this one ending where Nina takes a picture of Anna in the shower and whatever, and she's holding her boobs and has a towel wrapped around her head and whatever, just Nina's just likes to egg Anna on, and Anna's just a bitch in general, so whatever. But yeah, no. And they're both really, really good at I think Aikido. I think that's the fighting style that they use. But yeah, I think it's Aikido. And anyways, Nina's an assassin. And then she she goes into cryo sleep in Tekken at the end of Tekken 2, and then she wakes up in Tekken 3, literally staying the same age as she always did in Tekken 1 and 2. And then in Tekken 6, she joins Jin's army, the Mishima Zaibatsu. She joins him as her as his right hand. And yeah. And then Anna, she disappears in the 4th game and whatever, and she goes into cryo sleep actually with Nina, but Anna actually remembers all of her past memories. Nina actually loses her memory, but Anna actually let's see. She disappears for a while, and then she joins Jin, or Kazuya's side of the army in Tekken 6. So yeah, Anna and Nina have this feud going on, and they're the 2 coolest female characters in this whole series. I really think that people love Anna for and Nina in general for great reasons. I was almost dumbfounded that Anna wasn't a part of the original roster in Tekken 7. That just really blew my mind. It really sucks that we had to pay for her in DLC form. But anyways, Anna's awesome. And so is Nina. Like, they're both tops for me. All right, so last two characters, and probably the most important characters in the series. Let's talk about Heihachi Mishima. This guy is the OG original Tekken 1 boss. Literally the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu. He innovated the Zaibatsu after taking it from his father Jinpachi, who I talked about before, by force. And then, he met Kazumi, and, she was from an opposing clan, and they had a baby, and they named it Kazuya, and Heihachi found out that, Kazumi was a demon, and then he had to kill her, and then he thought, oh shit, well, if my wife is a demon, then my son could be a demon too, so he threw Kazuya off of a cliff, and then Kazuya came back, still alive, which Heihachi knew then and there that he was actually possessed and had a demon inside of him. And then, pretty much, Kazuya comes back, and, like I said, Heihachi is the final boss in the first game, because Kazuya kicks the fuck out of Heihachi, throws him down the same cliff that he got thrown down, and, then Kazuya is, like, the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and then Heihachi just pretty much, gets pissed off, climbs up that fucking cliff, beats the shit out of Kazuya, but then Kazuya transforms into the devil, and then blah, 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 and then Heihachi ends up winning, and then Heihachi throws Kazuya into the mouth of a volcano, and then you don't see Kazuya for quite a while. So then, the whole time, Heihachi's just the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu pretty much until Kazuya comes back in the fourth game. And then, their feud continues. And then, they had the battle at Hanmaru in the fourth game. And then Hanmaru blows up. You think Heihachi's dead, but he's not. And then Kazuya forms an army in the fucking sixth game. And then everything just goes to crap. And it's crazy. And there's war all over the place. And then fucking, Kazuya and Heihachi come to the final blows in Tekken 7, and Heihachi dies. And in that moment, I was just like, God damn, man. This is fucking crazy. And, the two most iconic characters in the series, Kazuya and Heihachi's dead now. Like, I don't know where they're going to go from here in Tekken 8, but it's going to be crazy. And I can't wait to see what happens in Tekken 8. But, obviously, both of these characters are going to be in Tekken God status, for sure. Like, there's really, really no reason why they shouldn't be anywhere else. So, we are pretty much done putting these characters into places. So let's go down. Sorry, my throat is really scratchy, guys. All right, so we're going to go down into crappy tier, and we're going to makeshift, we're going to sort it from which character I think is the worst to which one I think is the best. So, let's see, crappy tier, Claudio, I'm going to put Josie in front of Claudio in crap tier. Alisa, actually no, Josie behind Claudio. Alisa in front of Josie, Sebastian in front of Alisa. Azazel can stay on the bottom. Miguel is definitely the worst character in this fucking game. You already know he's going down here. Zafina is just above Azazel. Leo can go in front of Sebastian. Master Raven right there. Maharu. Let's see. She can go here. Michelle can stay on the bottom right above Miguel. Other Zafina, I like how she looks more in Tekken 7, so I'll bump her up a little bit. Put her right there. And Lars. He literally destroyed the series being a character, but I'll put him at the top of crappy. So, yeah, the worst character in the game is Miguel, and second worst is Michelle, and then going all the way up here to Lars. Let's see. Below average tier. Yeah, I'm going to put the tiger in the back. The tiger's cool as shit and everything, but it literally, the tiger isn't that, he's not like a part of the game. He's not like a character in himself. He's just a tiger that shows up. I feel like Sugar has more personality than the tiger. That's why I put Sugar in average tier. But Nancy, I'm going to leave her at the top. Actually, okay, I'll put the tiger behind Nancy. I'll do it this way. Yeah, because Nancy is actually a pretty cool robot thing, man. It really is. Slim Bob can go below Nancy. Katarina, I'm going to give her a chance, put her above Nancy. And then Gigas in front of Nancy. I really want to see more from Gigas, like I said before. Gun Jack below Nancy. Actually, under Slim Bob. Actually, under the Tigers, too. Alisa Bosconovitch. I'm going to keep her on the bottom of this list, of this tier. And then Lily can go under Gigas. Okay. Yeah, so that's below average tier. That's literally the smallest tier in this whole list. The average tier now. Let's see. Fuck your mama. Fuck your mom. Or Fukum Ram. Yeah, he can be above Mokujin. I love Mokujin to death, but he's not really that reliable when it comes to fighting. So yeah, Mokujin is gonna be here. Combat is gonna be under Mokujin, even though they're pretty much the same thing. Combat just, I don't know. He was only in one game, and in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, he fucking sucks. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna put Combat in below average tier. Yeah, and I'll bump him up to right under Slim Bob. Yeah, I forgot about Tekken Tag Tournaments 2's Combat. Fuck Combat in that game. Sugar. Yeah, I'm going to keep Sugar there. Kunimitsu. Let's see. Kunimitsu can go. Actually, I really do like Kunimitsu now that I think about it. And her theme in Tekken 2 slaps pretty hard. Let's see. Wang Jinrei. He's pretty iconic in general, honestly. I think I might put him in great tier. Yeah, I'm gonna bump Wang up to great tier. Feng Wei also might go up to great tier as well. Yeah, I don't think he belongs in average. Yeah, I'm going to bump him up to great tier as well. Shaheen, definitely want to give him a shot, man. I love the fact that he's so diverse. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, so the Jack. Jack 7. Well, obviously I'm going to put regular Jack before Jack. And I'm going to put Jack above Mokujin. Jack 7 is going to be above Mokujin, but behind regular Jack. And regular Mokujin is going to be first. Then whatever. Okay, so yeah, that's the way it's going to go. And then Roger Jr. I'm going to put Roger Jr. right up here. Right in front of Kunimitsu. And then Xiaoyu can go all the way up. Actually, I might put her in great tier. No, I'm going to keep her in average tier because I like Panda way more than I like her. I don't know. Xiaoyu kind of gets annoying, like really annoying after Tekken 4. I don't know. I mean, I like her costumes and stuff, but that's pretty much it. Kunimitsu, let's see. I'm going to put new Kunimitsu behind old Kunimitsu. Or older Kunimitsu. So yeah, that's how average tier is going to shake out. And then great tier, which is the second biggest one. I think I'm going to put a couple people from great tier into average tier. Like Armor King. I don't really like him as much as I thought. I don't know. I just definitely don't think he belongs in this tier for sure. So I'm gonna put Armor King on the top of average, and then Armor King's brother, in right behind him. Let's see. I don't think Julia should be in great tier. I'm gonna put her in average tier. Just cause, yeah, I mean, I like Julia a lot better than I like Michelle, but still, that fighting style is really wonky sometimes. So, and she's really hard to master as well. So, I'm gonna put her, in front of Xiaoyu. And then new Julia is kind of more modern. I don't really like that. She's like taking selfies and shit. So like, let's put her on the bottom of average after, like, actually, because yeah, fuck that shit. I hate when characters do that in games now. It's like, just because phones are a thing, like, oh, automatically people are taking fucking selfies now. Awesome. Yeah, no, that's dumb as fuck. Let's see. All right. Okay. So Kazumi, I think great tier is good. I'm happy with this. Kazumi is gonna be at the top. Lucky Chloe, I think, is gonna be above Kazumi's final form, because Kazumi's final form isn't that great. I know I put Julia in average tier, but I feel like literally when she changed into a female luchador, like, that just gave her so many points in my book. So I'm gonna leave JC in great tier. Yeah, but she's gonna be behind Kazumi, and then Bob, I'm gonna put in front of JC. Raven is gonna be right there, like right behind Lucky Chloe, just because I really like Lucky Chloe. I think she's awesome. Let's see, Christie. I'm gonna put her right in front of Raven. Steve is gonna go right in front, actually right behind Bob. I like playing as Bob more than I like playing as Steve. Dr. B, yeah, he's gonna be at the end of this tier, but he's definitely iconic for sure, which is why I had to put him in great tier. Bryan Fury. Man, I could put him behind Dr. Bosconovitch and be totally and completely fine. I don't know. There's something just about playing Bryan that just kind of irks me. I don't know. Something about him. I just can't. I can't really peg it right now. Let's see. Regular form Kazumi goes under final form Kazumi. Ganryu. Let's put Ganryu in above Bob, because he was like the original big boy. Let's see. Marduk. Yeah, let's put him really close to the top. I really like Marduk for some reason. He's just like that badass MMA fighter. Yeah, let's put him right under Raven. And then Dragunov, I'm going to put right above Ganryu. And then Prototype Jack, I'm going to put actually, I really like the look of P-Jack too. Man, this is fucking tough. I'm literally like rating the characters of my favorite fucking like video game series of all time. Like, this is nuts. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is fucking crazy. Let's see, P-Jack, yeah, and it's really hard too. It's really hard to do this. Prototype Jack can go right under Dragunov. Let's see. The original Kuma, yeah, I'll put him on the bottom of this tier. Why not? I mean, he doesn't really get interesting anyways until Tekken 3, and that's Kuma 2, so yeah. Lydia, man, I just really love Lydia. There's something about her that's just so sick. Like, she's Polish for one. She's a fucking ambassador. She looks professional, but also she looks badass as fuck. So I'm gonna put her above Lucky Chloe. Honestly, like, she deserves to be at the top of great tier. She's not Tekken God status yet, because this is only her first game. But yeah, I definitely want to see more Lydia. Let's see. Asuka can go. Actually, let's put JC at the bottom of this tier. And Asuka can go above Steve Fox. And or Wang Jinrei rather, he's just really iconic. I don't even know. I don't even know how to put, like, where to put him. This is tough, guys. Really tough. Let's see, Wang. Oh man, I'm gonna put him right above Marduk, because Wang has been in more games than any of these people. Yeah, literally every single, more than any one of these guys. Maybe not more than Bryan, but still. I think Bryan and Wang have been in the same amount of games, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, and then Feng Wei, the last character in this list to rate, or in this this tier to rate at least. We got one more tier after this. Feng can go... Man, this is so tough. Right underneath Marduk. Yeah, so that's great tier. Lydia's on top, JC on the bottom, and everyone in the middle deserves a nice handshake. Let's see. Alright, so the Tekken God tier, the last fucking tier. This is gonna be hard, really fucking hard. Jin is gonna be above Jinpachi. Jinpachi's final form is gonna be above regular Jinpachi. Leroy is fucking awesome, man. I really love him as a character. Even though this is only his first game that he's been in, he definitely deserves Tekken God status for sure. I'm gonna put him above Jinpachi. And Unknown is gonna be on the bottom of this tier, probably. Let's see. Jun Kazama. I'm gonna put her right above Jinpachi, just because I love Jun, man. She has her theme in Tekken 2 is fucking classic. That shit slaps hard. Let's see. Tiger Jackson, man. I fucking love Tiger. I'm gonna put him right above Jinpachi. Fuck yeah. And then Eddy Gordo, just an iconic character. I'm gonna put him right above Leroy. Angel can go right above Unknown, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I love her as a character, but she's not the top of the top, the cream of the crop. She's not. Let's see, Baek. I'm gonna put him right above Angel. Kuma, man, I really like Kuma. Just a cool ass bear. Put him right above Jinpachi. Lee Chaolan, yeah, man, I fucking love Lee. I'm gonna put him, probably right above Eddy Gordo, which is crazy, but Lee has always been my main, like I said, guys. Let's see, who's next? Lei, rather. Lei Wulong, man, where am I gonna put him? Right above... yeah, right next to Jun Kazama, right behind her. Actually, right in front of her. He definitely belongs at the top. He's awesome. I love Lei. Let's see, Hwoarang. Let's put him a little bit higher than Baek. And Roger. Man, I just love a boxing kangaroo. Let's see. Put him right under Tiger and in front of Kuma. Yeah, that looks right. Alex can go right above Jinpachi. And then King number 1. I'm going to put him above Alex. And then King number 2 is going to be way up there. Just because I really love playing as him. He is gonna go. Man, I just love the fact that he's a wrestler too. Um, he's gonna go right behind Lee. Yeah, because if I were to play as any of these guys today and whatever, I would probably pick Lee before King. But that's not all it's about though. I like the look of King more than I like the look of Lee. God, this is fucking hard. Um, let's see. Violet, yeah, I mean Violet's just Lee. I mean, but just a shitty disguise version of Lee. Well, Panda is actually gonna go right up here because I really like Panda. I have like fighting as a panda bear is fucking sick. Actually, you know what? I'll put Panda with Kuma, but I'll put Panda behind Kuma. There we go. That's fair because I like Kuma more. He's more badass. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put Violet on the bottom, I guess, even though it's the same person as Lee. I don't get why he's here. Let's see. Ancient Ogre. I'm gonna put him. He was only in one game pretty much that's canon. But also, I mean, he made a big impact in that game too. Let's put him right above Jinpachi. I feel like Ogre was the better boss than Jinpachi was. True Ogre behind regular Ogre. Let's see. Alright, Devil Jin. I like him less than I like regular Jin, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let's put Devil Jin right in front of, or right behind Roger. Actually, right behind. Right in front of Hwoarang. There we go. That's a good place for him. Let's see, Devil Kazuya. Oh, Devil Kazuya. Damn, dude. Devil Kazuya can go. In front of Eddy Gordo. Man, I just really love the look of the original Devil. The new Devil, I'll put a little bit lower, honestly. I'll put the original Devil behind Devil Jin. That works. And then Yoshimitsu, obviously. Yoshimitsu's iconic as fuck. But I feel like lately I don't like him as much. The last two games, he's kind of now. I don't know. He just looks weird, and I don't know. He's even harder to use now. So Yoshimitsu is going to go behind. Man, this is fucking tough. All for your guys' enjoyment, guys. I'll put him right in front of Lei Wulong. Yeah, because there's a lot of really great memories with this character, too. My dad used to love the shit out of him. Let's see. Only a few characters left to rearrange. I've got about 8 more. Bruce. Let's put Bruce. Man, like I said, Tekken 2 he slaps, but Tekken 6 he just no, not at all. So it's like a downward spiral with this character. Let's put Bruce Irvin. Underneath the Devils. In front of Hwoarang, yeah. Yeah, so right in front of Hwoarang. Let's see. Forest Law, obviously he's one of my favorite characters ever. He's gonna go above Lee. Because I don't know, I just love Law, man. Like Bruce Lee is my favorite person that ever lived. Forest Law can, as a character, he doesn't really do much. He just gets fucking injured all the time. He's kind of a wimp. His dad is like the man. He's like the knockoff version, but like he's like a wimp too. So Forest is gonna be on the bottom of Tekken God. Let's see. Paul Phoenix, man, dude, he's going all the way up there. Like, I like him so much. Man, he's just such a great character. He's going on the top of Tekken God. I can't put him anywhere else. He's just fucking sick. I'm probably gonna rearrange like the top 5 or 10 again, honestly, just to make this tier list correct. So that way I don't watch this back and be like, oh wow, I shouldn't have done that. I should have put this person here or whatever. Like I want it to be definitive for you guys. Like this is how I feel about all the characters. Man. Nina is gonna go. Man, I love Nina. She's awesome. She's gonna go. Let's see. I think I'm giving a little bit too much to Leroy. It is his first game, like I said. But I really like the character, but I can't put him in front of Yoshimitsu. That's ridiculous. I'll put him right in front of Alex. Yeah. I mean, he's there, but he's not there. He cannot be in the top 10. I can't let that happen. Okay, Nina is going to go behind Yoshimitsu. Yeah, definitely okay. She's still top 10, so yeah, whatever. And Heihachi's, man, he's definitely going all the way up there. Like, just the best first boss, and he's like the Shao Kahn of the fucking series. He's awesome. So I'm going to put him right behind Paul. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do this, guys. Seriously. And then Kazuya is going to go man, like way up there, dude. Like all right. And Anna, where am I going to put Anna? I almost forgot about her. Where are you going to go? I'll put you I'll put you in front of Devil Jin. Okay, so yeah, let's rearrange the top, guys. Man, this is so fucking difficult. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. This is insane. And I've been playing this series for a year, and I have like a fresh aspect and take on all of the games, yet I just don't know. And it's crazy. Let's see. Okay, Nina is where she belongs. Yoshimitsu. Eddy belongs in front of Yoshimitsu. Does Eddy belong in front of Devil? No, I don't think so. Does Devil belong in front of King? No. Does King belong in front of Lee? Yeah, I do. I think he does. Although I really like Lee. I think King is ahead of him. And then Law. King is definitely not ahead of Law. Is Law ahead of Jin? No. Is Jin ahead of Kazuya? Yes. I mean, like I said, time and time again, I think that, you know, Kazuya in Tekken 1 and 2 was awesome. And then when he came back in Tekken 4, he was great. But now, I just feel like he's just turned into this absolute asshole. And he killed his own father. Now, I don't know. There's what is there going to be left for him to do? Like, obviously, Jin is going to, you know, Jin and Kazuya are going to battle it out in Tekken 8. And then that's, you know, Jin's probably going to kill Kazuya, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's see. Yeah, Jin is going to be in front of Kazuya. I think I'm going to put Law and King in front of Kazuya as well. And Lee, too. And maybe even Devil Kazuya. Yeah. And then Eddy is in front of Kazuya as well. And Kazuya will be in front of Yoshimitsu. Okay, so that's where Kazuya belongs. Now, the top 3, Paul, Heihachi, and Jin. Like, what am I going to do? Because I love these characters equally. I mean, honestly. But Paul has just always been that character that I love no matter what. Just, like, with the cool hair and the gi and the fucking, like, he's just the same guy in every game, but you can't help but to love him even more every game. Like, it's just crazy. Oh, no, what did I do? Come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Yeah, so is Jin in front of Heihachi? No, I don't think so. Heihachi is the first boss ever. Um, and just like, Heihachi is like I said, now he's just that old dude that like he's jacked and he's been training his whole life to fucking kick your ass. There's always one of those guys in every game, and that's Heihachi right now. And Paul, man, Paul in front of Heihachi. Um, hmm. God, I don't even know. Yeah, let's put Heihachi in front of Paul. Yep. All right, so I think I've made up my mind. My favorite Tekken character of all time is Heihachi Mishima. I mean, he has to be. He's always that character that's been in every single fucking game. Not only that, he was the OG first boss. Like, I can't deny the fact that he's just the most iconic and amazing character in the series. Next to, Paul, and then, Jin, and like everybody. Everybody in this game is so fucking amazing. Man. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to put Lee in front of King, because I like playing Lee a little bit more than King. So yeah, this is my top 5. Heihachi first, Paul second, Jin third, Law is going to be fourth, and then Lee Chaolan is fifth, and then, King is a close sixth. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my tier list. Really appreciate it. I know that it was long, but it was going to be long. I mean, and there's a lot of Tekken characters. There's almost 100 Tekken characters. Like, there's no way that I could have made it even shorter. I mean, I like to give you guys a little insight and backstory on who these fucking characters are, just in case you never watched the series or played the series. You can know a little bit more about these characters. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out and sticking around and watching this tier list with me and just being a part of the process and being a part of the channel. I really thank you. And if there's anybody new to the channel after watching this tier list, you want to help the channel out a little bit, help it grow, help promote it a little bit, and just be a part of it. All you got to do is hit that like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with your friends. Anybody that likes Tekken and likes opinion-based content, this is the best I got, guys. Let's see. And if any of you guys that are new want to support me, the creator of this channel, all you have to do is go into my description box again and, just rummage around a little bit. I have the links to all my social media, and I have the link to my merch store. You guys can get, bam, an awesome shirt like this. And, if you're a female, we have great shirts for females as well as coffee mugs and all sorts of stuff, stickers, you name it. So yeah, come on by into the store and rummage around, see what you like. And on top of that, if you guys don't want to do any of that, perfectly understandable. I mean, I suggest that you do, but hey, it's my channel. Of course I'm gonna be like, hey, if you guys can, that'd be awesome. So yeah, but if you guys don't want to, that's all right too. Definitely just hit that notify bell. Make sure you guys get notified about content that's coming out, like a video that's premiering, or just in general, me doing a live stream. I live stream 6 days a week, and that's probably not going to stop anytime soon. Sometimes I do like to take a break. Definitely going to take a little bit of a break, I think. After next week, I'm going to take like Saturday and Sunday off just to recharge. Because I'm going to be done with Dead Space 1 too. So after I finish a game, I like to take a week off on that day just to, just get shit done and whatever. So yeah, like I said, thank you all for enjoying. I love you all, and I hope that you liked my list. If you agree with any of this list, let me know. Who is your favorite Tekken character? I want to know this stuff. Who do you think has the best story? I want to know. Like, guys, please tell me as much as you want in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next tier list and in the next live stream. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all very, very soon. Much love, everybody. Peace out. Mwah. Peace.